Hello, you fucking nerds. Did you remember you were subscribed to me? You probably didn't. I myself forgot I even had a channel. But this is my dumping ground and I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. So, even though I did not do a Eurovision video last year, even though like I'd made a list and everything, because I just do that for myself, but then like I kept putting it off. And then suddenly it was like fucking 2023, like what? Where did the time even go? But yeah, even though I didn't make a video last year, I figured I might as well make a video this year because I've been listening to the Eurovision songs, I mean most of them anyway, obsessively since they started coming out. And I have opinions, I always have opinions. And I figured I might as well make a video which is more sort of relevant to my way of experiencing Eurovision, which is that I listen to the studio versions far more than I listen to like live performances. And to be honest, I'm a bit of an anomaly when it comes to like Eurovision fans. Yeah, okay, I am gay, but I don't really give a shit about the costumes and the stage presence and like all of that sort of stuff. I'm just a massive music nerd who loves well-crafted pop music, and that is something that Eurovision always brings. So I'm going to just judge the songs based on how they sound in the studio. I'm going to be counting down from 37th to 1st. And last time I did like a tier version, which was like the worst and the medium and the best. And I'm gonna not do that now and just like rank them all. Even though, to be honest, the mid tier is pretty arbitrary. Like, if you're gonna get mad about the 27th song being above the 28th, don't. The difference is probably like, eh. But it's just more fun for myself and for everybody involved, like the 5 people watching, if they get a number. So here you go, worst of the bunch.
You wanna see me dance?
No.
You wanna see me dance?
No.
You wanna see me dance?
No.
Watch me.
This fucking song just pisses me off so much. The production is just all over the place. It tries so hard to be cool and catchy, and that fucking dance break is just too much for me. I can't. Some people might argue, well, at least this has a chorus. Like, surely there's far worse songs in the No, there's just not.
I don't wanna be a soldier.
Switzerland doing an anti-war song? Isn't that a bit? But that's not why this is so low. It just pisses me off that Switzerland clearly doesn't understand why Tout l'univers did so well. This is just such a boring, forced ballad, and it just makes me want to go to sleep. I think this is what people hear when they say like, I hate Coldplay, they're so sickeningly sweet. Is Ireland just the new UK now? Because like, this song isn't terrible or whatever, but it's so incredibly boring and safe. And why would you send something like this instead of like, do an interesting thing?
Do you wanna dance?
This song tries so hard to be fun and catchy, like, it's a good time, and it just fails miserably. Like that saxophone? You're not gonna be epic sax guy, just forget it. Feeling better in my sweater. Get the fuck away from me, Malta. You can do better than this.
Tell me more about me.
Okay, this has some strong, like, guy leaning against a tree playing Wonderwall to impress a girl vibes, and I don't like it. It's not horrible, and weirdly enough, it actually does feel genuine, despite that comparison I just made. But do I really want to listen to it again? Not really.
Well, you know what they say.
Right, sorry, that was just me listening to the song because I've forgotten how it sounded already. Look, well done for this guy getting onto Eurovision with a song that he wrote all by himself at that age. That's really cool. But just looking at his biography here, my musical influences are from artists like Ed Sheeran and John Mayer. That kind of says it all, doesn't it? Yeah, press that fucking dislike button all you want. I don't like this song. It's so fucking, it's in your face, it like wants to be seen, it wants to be heard, but all it ends up sounding like is one of those fucking TikTok sea shanty remixes. I know that there's an audience for this, and maybe with different production I would enjoy it as well, but now I can't help but just roll my eyes whenever I hear this song, just... This song just does very little for me either way. I feel like I'm missing something by not seeing this on stage, but as I said, that's not really my philosophy when it comes to Eurovision or just like music in general. I don't really care how it looks, I just care how it sounds, and again, not very memorable to me.
And when the world got me going crazy, I'll carry on.
This might surprise the occasional viewer of my occasionally existing channel, but I am in fact Belgian, and this song, it doesn't really change my opinion that Belgium doesn't usually make the right choice. I've seen interviews with Gustav, he seems like a lovely guy, and he's really earned his place in Eurovision, but I'm sorry, I just don't connect with his song at all. It doesn't really go anywhere, it doesn't exactly build up, the chorus just feels like an anti-climax. And yeah, it's about like queer acceptance, and I love that, but I'm not gonna like love a song just because of its theme and like musically. This just does nothing for me. There are two songs from the Belgian pre-selection that I would rather you actually check out, which are Ça m'ennuie pas by Shirin and T'inquiète by Galadrago. Only one of those is in French, weirdly, but both are just great songs that should have gone. This song has got kind of an amateurish vibe, but I do enjoy it for what it is. It's not bad, but it's also not something I can see myself coming back to after Eurovision. I fucking hate myself for putting this like this high. For those of you that don't know, there was a lot of shit that went down around the Polish Eurovision qualification. I'm gonna be recommending another song from that semi-final again, and that's Gladiator by Jan, the obvious winner in my opinion. But Blanka won, and then she liked homophobic comments about Jan on Instagram, and it seems Blanka was like involved with the people behind the pre-selection and the network. I'm sure there's like countless videos about this shit on YouTube. I just read a few posts on Reddit about it. But I'm here to just judge the songs, and this song is kind of annoying but catchy. And it has something. Is it great? Absolutely fucking not, but it gets stuck in my head quite a lot, and that's more than I can say about most of the songs that are below it. This song has a few cool sections. I mean, it leans a bit Billie Eilish, but I'm not really against that. I like sort of whispery pop songs. But I feel as a complete whole, it doesn't really work. Like there's something sort of missing. Not bad, but again, the complete package doesn't entirely do it for me. This is a very like current sort of Blinding Lights type song. It's good. I'm not wowed by it. Again, it's a bit basic and I don't see myself returning to it after the contest, but it's pretty good. Well done, Germany, for sending something decent, first of all, and also for sending a metal band, which obviously I love. This song, not really the sort of metal that I would seek out, and also just as a song, I think it's I don't think the hooks are that strong, and there's also something about the production that doesn't entirely sit right with me, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. I wish them well.
Sorry, just human, I'm losing myself, I'm chasing.
My first thought was, are the Dutch sending another fucking ballad again? Like, you don't have to send ballads every year, and that's coming from someone who fucking loved last year's ballad, but you don't have to do it every fucking year. And I think the first half-ish is kind of boring. This is really only so high because I love the coda. Decent. It'll qualify. It won't win. I'm fine with that. This is very authentically Portuguese, which gets bonus points from me, but it's also very traditional and not really the sort of song that I would usually seek out, but for what it does it really well. I love the vocal. It's super catchy and well composed. Again, not my usual sort of song, but I really like it for what it is. This song is not popular, and I can kind of see why, because the lyrics are a bit cringe, but I don't really care. I just think it's catchy and fun. Like, this just sort of scratches my like Måneskin itch without being too Måneskin. It's a good catchy rock song that you can dance to without being amazing. This, I have very mixed feelings about this song. It's this high because I could not bear placing it below any of the songs that I just mentioned, because objectively it is very well composed, it is extremely well sung, but something about it just does not click. And I know that I'm not the only one because it seems to be very divisive amongst people. My main problem is actually the production because it just feels very languid. It doesn't really seem to go anywhere. It just sticks to that sort of clapping and very basic synths. The vocal absolutely does build, but that alone is not really enough to draw me in. And I think, like George's song, this is a song that's going to depend a lot on the staging. But as something that I just listen to on Spotify, whenever it comes on, I'm just like, this is interesting. But I'm not really wowed. Good on Spain for sending something like really out there. It's a risk. And it didn't entirely pay off for me, but it's going to pay off for some people, and I appreciate that. This is just a really fun rock song, and it's in their native language as well, which I really appreciate. It's not like massively impressive, and like as has kind of become a mantra in this video, I don't see myself returning to it much after the contest. But it's fun and it's got a lovely like sort of disco-ish chorus, which I always fall for the disco drum beat. This is a pretty great ballad. I don't think the verses are that interesting, but I really like the chorus and the sort of chu-do-do-do bit. Good effort. Not the best ballad, but definitely up there. Good on Ukraine for sending something completely different to last year and the year before, which feels distinctly Ukrainian in a way, but still doesn't do their whole like traditional folk music blend. But good on them because it's different, not good on them because I enjoy it more, because as you know if you've seen the previous video, I am a massive Goe fan, and I really like Kalush as well. And this is far more of like a radio-friendly pop song, which is good, but doesn't really wow me, but I do think they've done a really good job. Also, again, I'm going to be adding a recommendation here, which, brace yourselves because I don't speak Ukrainian. Goliskova by Krut. I'll just link it below. It's very much like more of a traditional Ukrainian song, sort of in the vein of last year's entry and the year before, but I think it's beautiful. This is another one of those ethno house type entries in the vein of Goe and Fulen from last year. By the way, Fulen, that song, why did that song tank? It was amazing. I should have made a video for last year. This is not the best song in the category, but it's really well done and cool, and it's interesting to hear a Moldovan take on it. I complain about there being too many ballads a lot, but this is just a really good ballad. Like, I'm fine with Italy sending this. Immaculately performed and composed. I put this on quite regularly, actually. I really enjoy this. Really nothing negative to say about it. There's just a few songs that I enjoy more. This song really grew on me. I'm surprised, because when it came out, it did pretty much nothing for me, but I think it's an amazing mix of like folk and rock with a great vocal. You'll notice though that I'm using the live version for this instead of the studio. I don't know why the studio version isn't on Spotify, but basically I've been listening to the live version, and when listening to the studio version now, it just lacks a bit of oomph, I think. And obviously in Liverpool, this isn't going to be like performed with a massive band, it's just going to be the studio version with vocals. So I am a little worried that I'm not going to like it as much when it comes on in May, but I do really like this version. I think this entry has really been overlooked, like it might struggle to qualify, and that would be really sad.
There is always time to get back on track.
Another ballad that has really won me over, wow. This actually feels a bit like a Disney song, but like I mean that in the best possible way. It goes from like so small in the verses to so massive in the coda, and just the way that it builds is superb. Yes, only in 12th. I really like this song. It's a good song. I think it's no Euphoria, but it's a really good song, and I wish it well, but I hope it doesn't win, because I've got a song in number 1 that I think had a really good chance of winning until this song came around, and I'd just be kind of pissed off if this won, honestly. Which, okay, that's not really fair to the song itself, because it's just a really strong, well-composed pop song. I keep doing this fucking okay sign, I should stop doing that. It's a well-produced, well-composed, very slick pop song, and it screams Sweden, but I feel like that's also part of the reason why it's only at number 12. because it's just another safe Swedish entry, which they're always good, but they rarely truly amaze me. Props to Loreen for qualifying twice though, and like I hope she does well because it's a good song. No, this is the best ballad and you're all wrong, actually. This is a very big, like almost over-the-top song, but I don't care because Andrew Lambrou sells it so incredibly well. My favourite part has to be the bridge, which is like a fucking headbang moment, which is weird for such a slow song. It's so powerful and emotional, and Andrew's vocal especially just hits me like a ton of bricks. The only reason this is in 11th is because there were 10 songs which I like even more, but yeah, this is fantastic. Sure. Yeah, I know this song is controversial, but I just fucking love it. It brings a smile to my face. And unlike some people, I actually have no issue at all with like political songs in Eurovision. It's just a song contest. Songs can be about whatever they want to be about, and I think the lyrics to this song are really funny and poignant. The progression is really cool, I think, like it's basically two distinct halves, and especially that second half, which is total chaos, I love. And yes, I actually love this as a song. I don't just love it as a performance. In fact, I haven't even seen the video. Something about this just really scratches an itch for me, and it brings a smile to my face. I really hope it does well. This song is basically at number 9 because it's got a massive amount of vocoder in it, and I'm a slut for vocoder. It's also just a really catchy and cool little pop song. It's not groundbreaking or anything, but it's a massive earworm, and it's been stuck in my regular rotation for quite a while now.
Don't cry, I'll try to say the right words at the right time.
Yes, I too enjoy 15 Step by Radiohead. I'm just really glad that there's one of these songs in Eurovision this year. It's so lovely and genuine and cool. The quiet ending in Latvian is so beautiful as well. I love this and I wish it well. As I said earlier in the video, Fulen from last year fucking rolled, but it also tanked. So when I first heard this song, I kind of understood that France was sending something safer, but I also wasn't exactly impressed, but like 10 listens later, I'm fucking hooked, man. God, this is so good. It's kind of like a French version of like Love Again by Dua Lipa, in that it has sort of like modern production, but with lots of 80s sort of disco vibes, and also quite a bit of traditionalism thrown in there. It actually starts basically like a classic chanson, but it turns into this massive pop banger. That bridge especially, I'm convinced it's just going to single-handedly tear the roof down in Liverpool. I love this. Well done, France, for another great entry. I think this is like the most surprising song in this whole selection for me. It is so incredibly cool and something that I did not expect to hear in Eurovision. The production is just immaculate. I love that piano line, and I love how sort of glitchy it all becomes. The vocal is good. I love the whispery bits. But yeah, production wise, this is so incredibly intriguing to me. Like, it could be an instrumental and I would still adore it.
Instead I wrote a song about how you did me wrong. I could have cried at home and spent the night alone.
This one immediately clicked with me, and I'm in a chat group with a few people that I used to work with at a music blog, and they're all just Eurovision fans, and I sent a message in there going like, hey, is it just me, or have the UK sent another fucking banger? And someone in there was like, no, it's just you. But yeah, what a new beginning for the UK. Since I didn't make a list last year, around the time of the contest, Sam Ryder would have been my number one. I still adore that song. This is No Spaceman, but it is pretty close. It's a super fun and super catchy pop song that really sounds like something that would be on the radio in the UK now. It feels authentically British, and it goes fucking hard. Well done.
If you've never done anything like this before, then you haven't been alive.
Okay, so this requires a bit of a longer explanation. I've been a Voyager fan for years. I saw them live actually last year in Amsterdam. It was fucking great. I talked to the frontman Danny about Eurovision, and I've been aware for a few years that they've been trying to go to Eurovision, which all kind of culminated, for me anyway, with the release of Dreamer last year, with which they competed in Australia Decides, which is the pre-selection for Eurovision in Australia. That song just has everything, and it would have been such an easy number one for me if they sent it to Eurovision. But instead, Australia sent Sheldon Riley, which His song, I quite liked this song actually, but like I'm still kind of salty about Dreamer not qualifying, and as I understand it, they took kind of a different approach with Promise this year's entry compared to the previous entries that they've had. Because like Dreamer and Runaway, which was another song that they tried to enter with, those were just classic Voyager songs that they cut down to fit the Eurovision 3-minute rule, whereas Promise was specifically written to work on the Eurovision stage. And I think that is why I don't like it as much as those previous entries, honestly. It's difficult to really quantify why I don't enjoy Promise as much as especially Dreamer. There's a few things that I can say, which is that I think the vocal melody is a little too reminiscent of another Voyager song, Ascension. And I also think the first iteration of the like, whoa chorus, it just lacks a bit of punch, even though I understand why they did that, because it builds up and it gets bigger and bigger every time. But just the first time that it lands, it kind of underwhelms me. But still, this is a Voyager song, and like a weak Voyager song is still better than most bands' best songs. So like, obviously it's still in number 4. I understand that it's difficult becoming like a Eurovisionified version of yourselves, and it might actually be more of like a strategic decision, and obviously like that's their decision to make. But Dreamer did not sound like Eurovision Voyager, it sounded just like Voyager. And Promise sounds like Eurovision Voyager. And I think that's sort of my issue. People who have not been fans of this band for years will not have all this like related baggage, and might just think, wow, this is a great fucking pop metal song. And like, I do too, but I was really hoping I could put this at number 1, and I just can't. So, mixed feelings, but it is a great song. It feels weird that my favourite song with Ukrainian lyrics this year is not by Ukraine, but I just love this female empowerment anthem, and really not just because of the lyrics, but also just because of the massive production. It's got a great expansive chorus and really hooky vocal melodies, and it's even got a great rap section in Bulgarian. Like, there's so many languages in this song, I love it. I specifically learnt the chorus to be able to sing it in the shower. This was actually my number 2 for ages, but then something else came along.
Yeah, his brain is in my hand and it's moving really fast.
Holy shit. I know that this is not my first place, but still, holy fucking shit. I know that some people are gonna think this is a joke entry, because like, it's about Edgar Allan Poe. But honestly, just don't think about the lyrics. Like, I like the lyrics, but just take those away completely, I don't care. This is just one of the catchiest fucking songs I've heard in years. Just something about the production, something about this production is so incredibly infectious. Like those fast-paced guitar chords and synths and the sort of choral bits. I absolutely cannot get enough of this song. It's been on repeat so often. And the lyrics, like, being possessed by the ghost of Edgar Allan Poe is one of the most absurd ideas I've heard in a while. But they fit the song superbly, and I love the little jabs at like streaming services. Give me 2 years and your dinner will be free. I love, 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 love this. But it's not my winner, because my winner is obviously... Holy fuck. This song, I heard this song for the first time, and I think we're gonna need to have a talk about what the best Eurovision entry of this decade is, because I thought it was Shum by Goe, and maybe it still is, but this is holy shit. What even is this song? It's like fucking, it's rap, it's techno, it feels almost like Schlagerish, that second half. It's so aggressive, but yet it's also catchy and even quite poppy. It is the best thing I've heard this year. And like, I don't mean in Eurovision, I mean in general. Wow. If this does not win, I'm gonna get one of those, you know, those boom boxes like in the movies, and I'm gonna play this at maximum volume. And I will riot, and I hope all of you will join me. I think the song just speaks for itself. I don't have any more arguments. It is just in a world of its own that nothing seems to be able to get close to. Holy shit, Finland. Holy shit. Helsinki 2024. That was it. Leave me a dislike if you want, because like, I know you don't fucking agree with me. And leave your list in the comments, because I actually am interested to see what other people think. Bye-bye.